first contestant is Toastmaster Muhammad Zawad. The speech title is My Wake-Up Call. My Wake-Up Call.
Since I am Saudi, I want just to make sure. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Destructive criticism is a great if you know where to focus. Raise your hand if you have ever been destructively criticized. Don't be shy. How did you feel watching the person who criticized you hanging out all your weaknesses one after another, like a clothes on the wash line? What did you do? Contest chairs, fellow friends, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
For years I suffered from destructive criticism, and I didn't know what to do until I learned the most valuable lesson, a lesson that turned destructive criticism from a painful feeling into a gainful healing. Would you like to learn that lesson?
Yes.
Let's go 17 years ago. I was in my 10th grade classroom. The examination results were going to be announced. There was a lot of anxiety in the air, excitement, anticipation, eagerness. But as for me, if you were there, you would have seen me holding a paper, look like a stunned monkey, holding his mobile bill, and heard me say, "What? How? Who? They must have printed the wrong name. First class honor? Me? How?" For the first time in my life, I get an honor. I just could not believe it. Nor could my fellow student, Zeki, who looks like Bashar Saleh. He rushed at me with an angry face, stream coming out of his ears like a boiling kettle, and he said, "Muhammad, you don't deserve it. I should be the first class honor, not you." What would you do if someone said this to you? I left Zeki, but Zeki did not leave me alone. In a public or in a private, Zeki would criticize me, whether I sat or stood, whether I walked or stopped, whether I spoke or... Zeki would criticize me. Do you know what's the only thing he did not criticize? My car. Because I did not have one. I turned an ear to his distracted criticism, and it worked for a while. But one particular morning, during the break period, I reached my breaking point. Zeki was at me. Your English speaking is terrible. Your English writing is horrible. Your English reading is miserable. I lost it. I exploded like a interrupted volcano. I flew out of my chair, clenching my fist, tugging his nose, ready to strike. But to tell you the truth, he was this size. Do you know what's the best technique to fight someone with this size? To run away. While I was running away, my eyes glimpsed Mr. Abbas, our economic teachers, who saw my distress and came over to me. And after I told him about my dilemma, he said something that I will never forget. Criticism highlights weaknesses, whether it's come from a friend or an enemy. Focus on the facts, not in your feeling. When you get criticized, where did you focus? On the facts or on your feeling? I returned to the class with a smiling face that no longer sought for feeling, but for facts. And in my 11th grade, I work in my English weaknesses with the tutors, with my English speaking, reading, and writing, and I improved. So my average improved too. The result was first honor, not only for English, but for all the second-year classes. I just could not believe it. Nor could my fellow student Zeki. He rushed at me Why are you smiling? Your average will not qualify you to any local university. University? 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 That is something I have never thought of. Do you know that old saying, in every negative situation there is something? Yes, you are right. Believe it or not, Zeki was my real wake-up call in my life. And in my final year, I focused on the facts, not on the feelings. So I concentrated on studying. But the final result was not even close to what I expected. It exceeded it. I was given an award from His Royal Highness, Prince Mohammed bin Fahd, for being the first student on the Eastern Province, so I secured my seat on the university. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe your parents were critical of you because they want you to do well, but they did not realize how their word devastated you. Maybe a co-worker made you feel you were not good enough to do the job. Maybe an employer criticized what you thought was your best of work. At that moment, where did you focus? In your feeling or in the facts? The facts that help me improve my English weaknesses. The fact that helped me raise my school average. The fact that helped crown me an award of excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, destructive criticism is a great if you focus on the facts, not on your feeling. Contest chair.